Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. As we're heading into September, we're kind of in the middle of our wildfire season, and I know up here in the Northwest, things have gotten kind of ugly over the last week. Nothing compared to the last 5 years, but regardless, our air quality has been really, really bad. There are fires in central British Columbia. There are fires in the Cascade Mountain Range north of Seattle and from Oregon moving up, as well as a lot of fires in California. So if you're in an area where wildfires are becoming more prominent, you're probably aware of some of the challenges that we're facing. Now, this isn't isolated to the West Coast. We're seeing wildfires across the Southwest, in the Rocky Mountain region, Montana, you name it, and they're becoming more and more prominent. And actually, according to the United Nations Environment Program, they're forecasting that we're going to see about a 14% increase in extreme fires, the number of extreme fires by 2030, a 30% increase by the end of 2050, and almost a 50% increase by the year 2100, which means there are going to be a lot of fires, which results in a lot of smoke. Now, we're already seeing regulation. I know in Washington, California, there are new outdoor air quality rules in place, meaning that employers have to measure the air quality and make determinations on what precautions need to be taken based on the air quality. So the worse it gets, and I've seen it so bad that at one point 3 or 4 years ago, I was in a hospital overlooking downtown Seattle, and as I looked into the city, I couldn't even see the buildings because the smoke was so bad. Last week, we had the results of some high pressure pushing smoke west, and it felt like it was snowing because the ash from the fires was raining down on us. So you can imagine that when you're breathing that air, it's just not good for you. So some things to think about are that we need to develop, and we're actually doing this as a company, Intuitive Safety Solutions. We're developing outdoor air quality control programs for the clients we work with. These are written safety programs around what you do when air quality is bad. Now, again, for the most part, this is a result of wildfires of some kind. And obviously, we have issues with carbon monoxide and exhaust coming from vehicles in certain points of time in the year, but wildfires are really what we're focused on here. So some precautions that you can think about or take are: one, when the air quality is really bad, try to stay indoors, try to keep your buildings, try to keep your homes closed off as much as you can, reduce the amount of ventilation coming in from outside, reduce the amount of cooking you're doing because you're turning on fans and whatnot, exhausting the good air and sucking bad air in. When we think about our pets and when we think about outdoor health, limit how much time your pets are outside. Maybe limit the amount of exercise you're doing outside, such as running in that environment. And if you can hear my voice today, it's because of the air quality, which is pretty bad in the Seattle area right now. And another thing to think about is all that ash that comes raining down will get into water bowls with animals, and that can turn into lye, which can actually poison the water. So if you have water bowls outdoor, make sure you're changing that water consistently so that ash isn't getting mixed in and they're not consuming it. So a couple pointers there, but based on the forecast statistics, we're going to see a lot more bad air quality in the summer season. This year, we lucked out here not having nearly the fire season we did the last 3 or 4, but this is something we all need to think about. It's going to be something we're going to have to deal with long term, and it's something that we want to plan now. So hopefully there's something helpful there, and we will see you next Wednesday.